In the next few minutes, we are going to completely change the way that you think about burgers. Are you ready? Let's get exotic. We are going to start with 1 pound of ground bison. This meat is very lean. There are several other exotic meats that are lean as well, such as deer or ostrich that you could use. And because of the low fat content in this meat, you're gonna wanna use a binder. For that, we're going to use an egg. And then we have 1.5 teaspoons of minced onion, 1.5 teaspoons of Creole mustard, 1 teaspoon of parsley, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. When we start adding these ingredients together, we are going to leave the salt out until the end. And then once the patties are formed, we'll sprinkle that on top. And that is going to keep the salt from breaking down the little bit of fat that we have in these patties, which is going to be holding them together. Let's get mixing. We're going to start with the egg, and then we'll add all of the dry ingredients and the mustard, except for the salt. You want to make sure that you do not overhandle the meat. You want the air pockets in that meat to stay inside, and you want to make sure that you don't raise the temperature of that meat too much. Whenever you get finished making that patty, you also want to dimple the top of the patty just in the middle, and that is going to allow those juices to escape to the top and keep them from rolling off of your patty. Another common mistake is not adding a binder to your meat. If your meat has a fat content lower than 15%, be sure and add that, whether it's an egg, breadcrumbs, something that's gonna help hold that patty together. Make sure that you wash your hands before you start mixing this. It is much easier to use your hands than any kind of utensil when doing this. I like to use parchment paper to separate the meat and then put the patties on that. It's easy to carry it out to the grill that way, and it doesn't stick to anything. We're gonna make 3rd pound burgers. We're just gonna make 3 piles of meat. This way you're gonna get a consistent temperature for all of the patties since they're all gonna be the same size on the grill. You want to handle this as little as possible. Just shape it, go around the edges, and then I'm gonna show you how to make that dimple in your patty. Just right here in the middle, just a little bit, not too much, just enough to keep those juices from rolling off of the edge of your patty. Whenever your patty cooks, the meat is gonna draw up and that dimple will go away in the middle. Tip number 4, make sure that you cook by temperature and not by sight. A lot of times your patty is gonna look like it may not be done all the way, especially if you're cooking on a pellet grill. But believe me, whenever it reaches the right temperature, you want to go ahead and get that patty taken off the grill. The patties are ready, so let me give you common mistake number 5, not toasting your bun. Now trust me, I am not one to typically toast my bread because when you bite into it, it scratches the roof of your mouth and then your mouth hurts the rest of the day. But you don't want to forget this step with a burger. When you take that patty off of the grill and you place it on your bread, it is going to soak up those juices. And if you haven't toasted your bread, it's going to make that bun soggy. So make sure that you toast that bread, and I'm gonna show you how to do that in just a minute. We are cooking on a Broil King pellet grill today. Right now, our patties are soaking up that flavor and getting to room temp before we put them on the grill. So I am gonna give you an extra tidbit of information. You wanna make sure that your patties do not stick to the grill. So what you wanna do is cut an onion in half, and we're just gonna rub this onion on top of the grates. The grill is up to temp at 400 degrees. Let's get those patties put on. Burgers are on. We're going to sprinkle that salt. All right, make sure that you keep this lid closed as much as possible when your patties are cooking. We're gonna let them cook about 6 minutes and then we'll come back and flip them. Our patties are almost ready to flip. So what I have here is an olive oil, salt and pepper mixture and our buns. When we open that grill, we'll go ahead and brush the inside of the buns with the olive oil mixture and put those on the grill. Just a light coat of that olive oil mixture to make sure you do not oversaturate your bread. We've already taken the buns off of the grill, so let's check the internal temperature of these patties and see if they're ready to come off. If you want a medium burger, you're looking anywhere from 140 to 145 degrees on the internal temperature. All right, let's go dress our burger. Now for the story that I'm sure all of you have been waiting for. My first experience eating exotic meat. So we have a burger joint in town that serves regular burgers along with a variety of exotic meats for the day. Maybe elk, ostrich, bison. My friends decided to go eat at this joint. I ordered my turkey burger and then went to get us a table. They call you up to get your food whenever it's ready. So when my friends brought back the food and set it in front of me, I didn't think much about it. After a few bites of eating my turkey burger, I realized something just didn't taste right to me. It wasn't like any turkey burger I've ever eaten. After a few minutes, I asked my friends, does your food have a metallic taste to it also? This doesn't taste like a normal turkey burger. Which then led to them erupting in laughter because they found this extremely amusing. One of my favorite vacations I've ever been on is in Australia. So when they informed me that I was eating a kangaroo burger, I thought I was gonna cry. As a matter of fact, I may have actually cried. After that, I refused to eat exotic meats for almost 20 years until one of these same friends decided to make a bison burger with this same recipe. I decided I would give it a try and taste this bison burger. Let me tell you, I've never tasted anything like this before. While you won't be catching me ever eating a kangaroo burger again, I could eat these bison burgers all the time. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Oh my goodness. It never fails to surprise me how amazing this burger tastes. Go ahead, give it a try. I promise you won't regret it. If you loved this video, go ahead and click the like button. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so. That way you can keep up with all of our amazing and exotic recipes.